Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pop Culture Corner. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Alexa.
And today we're going to be talking about the more information about the new Lion King movie that's going to be coming out summer of 2019. It's going to be another one of those Disney live-action remakes, only it's not really live-action when you think about it because there aren't really any humans that appear in The Lion King, so it's just going to be very realistic animation. It's being directed by Jon Favreau, who previously did the Jungle Book movie.
And I really enjoyed the live-action Jungle Book movie, like it being one of my favorite movies as a child, the animated version. I think it'll be, and that, like them turning it over, they did a good job of like making it a new story, but still keeping all the nostalgia and like key points. And of course, not all of it was great, but I think his experience with that will allow him to make a really good like recreation of The Lion King.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm hoping this is, a recreation, like you said, not just a full-out remake, because Beauty and the Beast, if you've watched that I think was more along the lines of a word-for-word kind of just making the original cartoon into a live action, which I didn't really care for as much because they didn't really do as much new as I hoped they would. You know, you have to warrant this movie's existence by making it different, and I think like Jon Favreau is a guy you can trust to try to make it more separated from the original movie.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one way that's going to be great with that is the cast that they've chosen. The only original member, of course, is James Earl Jones as Mufasa, which will be, there's no one else you could do. That iconic voice of Mufasa, like coming to him in the clouds and stuff. I think you'd have to stick with James Earl Jones for that.
Right. But we do have some like new talent here that I think can like make these characters, you know, take these characters into a different direction, make it, you know, interesting, something we haven't seen before. Like John Oliver as Zazu. I think that's going to be very interesting. You know,
it'll be great. Yeah, I picture him with Scar like singing the Small World and stuff.
Yeah, he's got a very, you know, like his show is so popular that people have already like know his voice, know how iconic he is. I think it'll be like a great choice just to play that role. Another actor who I'm interested in seeing portray a character is Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, who's going to be, you know, accompany Billy Eichner as Timon, as kind of the, you know, comedic duo of this movie. Yeah. I think that Seth Rogen, I think, is going to be a great Pumbaa. Billy Eichner, his voice, I can picture as Timon as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So those two really stood out to me as well. What do you...
I think they'll be good choices. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like Seth Rogen like in a children's film, kind of. You know what I mean? Never really pictured that happening, but I think he'll do a good job. You know.
Yes.
But he definitely has great comedic timing, as we've seen from his films and such. Right. And I think working with Billy Eichner, it'll be a good.
And speaking of actors who you don't imagine being in a Disney movie, Eric Andre is going to be in this movie. He's going to be one of the hyenas, him and Keegan-Michael Key. And that's going to be
amazing.
I've never thought I'd see Eric Andre attached to a Disney movie, but here we go. So again, they're really trying to, you know, get this cast to be very diverse. We have you know Donald Glover as the lead role, Simba. You know, Beyonce. All these, you know, famous actors who are going to be in this. So they're really, you know, putting as much as they can to make this into another really iconic movie like the original is, because the original is like one of the greatest Disney movies ever made.
Yeah,
so they really have
very well known.
Yeah, so they really had a great challenge, you know, trying to get this to live up to that hype that the original had. And I think just from the casting alone, I can say that they're already putting like a good step forward.
Yeah, and they've picked a great director for it, so I think it'll definitely. I'm very highly anticipating this one. Yeah. I think I cannot wait to go and watch it summer of 2019.
Yeah, me neither.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we can't guarantee it's going to be good, but you know, our hopes are high. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for another segment of Pop Culture Corner.